you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
It's really us.
We are actually here. Hello, Parkinson.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I have a first name.
What is it?
Michael.
Oh, hello.
Michael.
Michael.
Now, for the uninitiated,
Yes.
and they're not in this audience tonight, that's for sure, that reception, but describe to us Little Britain.
OK, Little.
Yes.
It's a comedy show
Yes.
with lots of different comedy characters in it.
It's as simple as that.
Did you know that or not? Have you seen it?
I've seen, of course I've seen it. I'm a devoted fan of the
Oh, thank
programme.
you.
It's a big, silly show, and we try and put in as many characters as possible and have lots of different styles of humour. Some satirical stuff, some shocking stuff, some silly and surreal stuff, and other words beginning with S, I don't know.
What about the shocking stuff? Because it certainly has been very popular and controversial at the same time. Do you set out to be that, or do you push the boundaries deliberately, see how far you can go?
We actually pull ourselves back a lot of the time.
Do you?
But we like having a couple of moments in the show that people might talk about at work the next day. Like
Water cooler moments, you mean?
Yeah, so something like a grown man breastfeeding. Or it's normally me doing something disgusting,
Well, he
isn't it?
thinks of the very shocking things.
Does he?
Yeah.
Your mum doesn't approve of any of them.
No,
does she?
my mum didn't like it. We have two ladies who... Well, one of the ladies vomits quite a lot.
Yes, that's Julie and Margie.
Judy and Maggie, and my
Maggie.
mum says, well, it's very good, but I just wish they wouldn't be sick all the time. You go, well, yeah, but that's the joke. It's not going to work otherwise.
Well, what about, say, going back to the Bitty Man? I mean, where did he come from, you see? The guy who breastfeeds at the age of 30. I mean...
Is that wrong?
I've not tried it recently, I must tell you.
Well,
but
I wasn't breastfed, which may be why I need to get it out of my system now. No, we've got a very classy actress, Geraldine James, to play the mum.
Yes, I know that.
And we did have a prosthetic breast.
Yes.
But we did get Geraldine James at one point to squeeze some milk across a table into a teacup.
I saw that. That's very tasteful.
She'd never done that before.
Actually,
Here's the thing about that the comedy comes from the idea of breastfeeding, but you don't see much of the breast. We have a prosthetic, but you don't actually see it very often. But we then had a sketch where she's all out, and she doesn't have any milk left, and so the grandmother offers some. And
Nanabitty.
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 But here's the thing, we'd never thought to get a prosthetic breast made up for her.
Well, we couldn't afford 2 sets, so I had to bury my head in an 80-year-old woman's chest like that. But I'd done it before, so...
You say so. But what about Lou and Andy, who we started with, who become, in a sense, the most iconic figures, I suppose, of all your creations? Where again, what was the kind of the foundation of that? Where did that start?
Well, I suppose it's quite a strange story. We used to do this programme called Rock Profile, and we'd play different pop stars, but we're not very good impressionists, so we sort of go out of our way to make the impressions bad. And David did a Lou Reed that was like...
Yes, and I did the voice like that, Mr. Lou Reed, from the Velvet Underground. And I had the kind of mop of hair and everything. And then this was a kind of a spoof of a show called Cribs on MTV, where pop stars show someone around their house, and I had Andy Warhol as my lodger. And so I went through and said, I've got Andy Warhol here. Now, Andy, what do you want for your tea?
Chippy.
Right, well, if you have Chippy for your tea, what are you going to have for your lunch?
Chippy.
No, well, you can't have Chippy twice in one day.
Yeah, I know.
So what do you want for your tea?
Chippy.
And it went on like that for a good 7 or 8 hours.
We made Parky snort. We did. We made Parky snort.
But all right, it's all right.
So we kept the names Lou and Andy.
Yes.
We did that on Rock Profile, and we didn't think anything more of it. And then we'd done Little Britain on radio. We'd done 2 series, and we'd done a TV pilot, and we were writing the first series. And then we said, we
thought we were just on a good sort of riff with those characters, you know, and they had a good relationship, and then all the ideas tumbled on top of each other. It's like, OK, well, what if he was in a wheelchair? What if he didn't need the wheelchair? And all of a sudden, we were onto something good. And one of our most famous sketches is the swimming pool sketch, where Andy gets out. A little bit of laughter. I like it. A memory of it, thank you. And that was just done in one take, you know, and a lot of it was improvised.
In fact, I think that's one of the interesting aspects about your about your show is that for all of the fact that the young people have taken hold of it, a lot of it is grounded in front of cloth stuff, vulgar, crude, Donald McGill postcards, all that kind of humour.
Well, you mentioned Dick Emery earlier.
Dick Emery, precisely.
We have a new character in the new series who's named after Dick Emery. It's Mrs. Emery.
Yes.
But we've always really enjoyed any comparisons to people like the Two Ronnies, and we grew up watching things like Are You Being Served?
Yes.
And we had Molly Sugden in our show. We've had Ruth Maddock from Heidi High in our show, and these are the people we get really excited about working with.
And all the dressing up's there's some pantomime dame, isn't it? It's all that bit as well.
Absolutely.
A bit more than that, really.
Absolutely. And we're currently in rehearsals for a live tour of Little Britain that starts next week, and so we're spending the day kind of dressing up as Emily and Florence, and it's like being ugly sisters, isn't it?
Have you ever cross-dressed?
I once played...
So I was talking to your wife earlier.
Yes.
And she said she came home early one day. And she didn't really. But have you ever?
I once played Mrs. Cratchit in A Christmas Carol.
Do we have a clip?
No, we don't have a clip. This is the grammar school. And my dress is made up of old blackout curtains. That's how long ago it was.
Did you enjoy it?
Do you know, there was not a frisson. I hope there might have been, but there wasn't. I resolutely strapped my box on and went out and played cricket the next day, without feeling that I'd missed anything at all. But can I ask you the same question? I mean, did you have a frisson, perhaps, when you first cross-dressed?
Well, my sister used to dress me up when I was very little. She's a couple of years older than me, so very early pictures of me, I'm normally in dresses, little sort of bridesmaid dresses. And I had a little fur hat as well, and a little sort of mauve dress.
Oh.
Do you not have one?
No. What about you?
Well, I get quite irritated. I mean, as a child, we had a dressing-up box, and you'd go downstairs with funny teeth in and a wig, and you'd entertain your parents. But to be honest with you, when we're doing it on set, I get frustrated because the high heels hurt, and I always get a ladder in my tights straight away. But Dave, you rather enjoy it, don't you?
I enjoy it, but frustratingly, I think Matt looks better as a woman than I do.
I've softer face.
Yes.
Yeah. You said... What do you say about the last years of your life? You said this?
Well, when I'm about 70, I'd like to have a sex change operation and live the last sort of 10 years of my life, hopefully, as a lady.
As Dame Edith Evans.
Just I'd like to be a batty old lady riding a bike. Ooh! I mean, I do that anyway, but...
Wearing purple would be outrageous.
Yeah, it just seems fun.
Lovely idea. Tell me about Daffyd now. I love Daffyd.
It's funny, actually, you look at me there because I play the part, but we write the show together, and actually that is one of the ideas that actually David came up with, although I play the role, for instance. And we don't usually come on and say, this idea was one's and this idea was the other's, but it's people often turn to me and really feel free to turn to David.
He has to wear the little lycra outfits. Do you enjoy those outfits?
Yeah, they're easier to get into than to get out.
Do you prefer the rubber, the leather, or the lycra?
The lycra lets me breathe a little more. The rubber holds me in. It's a funny thing because it's something. Please, I'm talking very seriously.
He's talking about wearing rubber on television. Please.
Well, you thought about doing a cross-dressing talk show, maybe? I mean, you'd be very good at it, David.
I'd love to,
Yeah,
yes.
right. Well, there's an idea that we should...
What, all the guests cross-dress?
Well,
let's go backstage.
Yes, and all come back on.
Close with Gloria, come back on.
You're saying something interesting.
Well, it's a funny thing because when I came out at university...
You're not gay, are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Break it to me gently, not in front of these people. Oh.
You'd never guess, would you?
Well, I don't know what to say. I was all shy.
You're talking about wearing rubber or something, or being gay or something.
But I could completely identify with Daffyd's response to people because I'd come out and say, oh, I'm gay, and I remember my best friend going, oh, that's cool, my girlfriend's bisexual. And I was kind of furious. I was like, well, no, you're supposed to throw plates across the room. You're supposed to be really angry with me and alienate me. And, you know, and I think... Growing up, if you know, in the years before you come out, when you think, oh, actually, I think I might be different, you're initially, you know, concerned and worried about the fact that you're different because being a teenager, you want to fit in. But then you do start to sort of wear it as a badge. And you perhaps start to mythologise yourself. So when you do come out as gay and everyone goes, oh, yeah, we worked that one out years ago, or, oh, yeah, you know, we're all gay as well, you're just quite annoying.
We're all gay as well? Who said that? Your family?
No.
Don't worry, Matt, we're all gay.
We all do it. Well, that's like the Daffyd sketches, though, when he comes out.
That's exactly. The problem now, of course, is sustaining. I mean, that's the pressure. There's even bigger pressure because it's so successful. And coming up with new characters, I suppose, because that's what refreshes every new series. In the new series, anybody new, anybody being kicked out, anybody taking their place?
Absolutely. You have to rest people in order to make room for new characters. So probably the two best-known characters that don't appear in the third series are Kenny Craig, the hypnotist, and Dennis Waterman, the actor. But they do appear in the live show, and even characters that were in Series 1 that haven't been seen since appear in the live show. That's a celebration of everything. But in the new TV series...
We've got a character who's... I play this man called Dudley who's sent off for a Thai bride. And she arrives, and it's not the one I ordered. It's...
Hello, Mr. Dudley! Ting tong macadang dang. It's not the most subtle of characterisations.
No. And we have a character, Bubbles. Do you remember Bubbles from the second series?
Isn't she gorgeous?
Oh, wonderful.
Voluptuous.
A handful.
Matt claims to wear a fat suit for that character. Anyway, but I play her sort of nemesis, which is her ex-husband's new wife, called Desiree, who's a sort of 20-stone black lady. So...
They're tough days, though. I mean, we were getting up at... You get this call sheet for the next day. OK, so you're being picked up at 3:30 in the morning. You got to go, OK. And you're in makeup for 5 or 6 hours some days. And then you do a whole day's filming, so it's quite hard.
Well, how are you going to transfer all this to stage? Because you've got, as you said, you've got this big tour coming up, which is going to last for about a year, isn't it? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're touring till May, and then we'll go into London this time next year.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, you know, how do you? I mean, all the changes. It's an impossible concept in a sense.
It's an amazing thing. We're just, as I say, in rehearsals at the moment, and you walk off stage and I put on Kenny Craig, and then on top of that, I put on Florence, you know, the transvestite, so that when you come off at the end of the Florence sketch, they just rip the Velcro at the back. And you walk on as Kenny.
Without Velcro, we wouldn't be able to do the show. So thank you very much to Professor Velcro, or whoever invented
Yeah,
it.
it's Ian Velcro.
Is it Professor Ian Velcro?
Ian Velcro, it's pronounced.
Right, okay.
But David's got a great one where when you're playing Dudley, the guy that's got the Thai bride wife, you have a lot of padding, and you've actually got a fat suit on and a suit over that. But underneath your fat suit, you've got another costume, haven't you?
Yeah.
So there's all its little tricks that you have to do.
Well, we look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
And thank you for being my guest. Well, stick around. You'll save the rest of the show. But I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, my bus hasn't come yet, so...
Matt and David, thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you very much. Thank you.